Hi, I'm Chilton Webb. I'm the creator of the Dark Reef, and this is a quick run through of level 2. People had asked to see some more gameplay footage, and I hope this will whet your appetite. Everything in the Dark Reef is it's set in the year 2048, and everything is actually should be possible by then. Everything from how the elevators work and how the train system works, why there's even a train. All of these things have been thought through, and I hope that we have that we explain them in a way that's kind of interesting to the player. The reason that there is a game and the reason that this is considered a science fiction game will become more evident shortly in the game, not in this video. Right now it's basically just an underwater game with bad guys. That's all we're going to say right now. Some kind of weird fish, but why are the fish there? What are the fish? Where'd they come from? These are all things that you're going to find out in the game. Every level in the game, every episode is supposed to be fun, first and foremost, and secondly, most of the time, it's an homage to an older game. Or it's, you know, in the few cases that are coming up, I'm trying something completely new, but in these first two games, it's definitely an homage, and both of them are. And if you can guess which games they are, I will be thoroughly impressed. They're two of my favorite games, and I think I did a pretty good job of making a funnish version of a game that is similar to them, that isn't a complete ripoff. Hey, mine's set underwater. How much? Oh no, they got me. Yeah, when you die, they take off with your body, and I guess they go have their way with it. So that's episode 2. I'm not going to get into too much of that. You have to either subscribe via Kickstarter or via PayPal to actually play through episode 2 and find out what all is going on there. Episode 1 is completely free. It's online too. You can every week the download will be updated to include the latest levels, but they'll also include all the older ones too. So every week you can download it and you can see how things have progressed just based on level 1. For example, if we change the model for the Nautilus, which is your shitty little starter vehicle, then in episode 1 the Nautilus will look different. If we add new stuff that's only on level 2 or level 3, things like that, of course you're not going to be able to see it in level 1. But most of the stuff that we end up adding or changing that will affect you globally in the game is also going to be reflected in episode 1. Also, for Kickstarter, you can, at certain points in there, we're going to allow advertisers to buy ads into the game once the Kickstarter thing is fully funded. If you want to buy an ad before then, you have to go through other means, specifically PayPal. But if in the future we actually built this massive underwater civilization, I guarantee we'd have ads all over the place to pay for it. And on top of that, we would also probably have just ads everywhere, because that's just how us humans like to do things. Ooh, look, a U-boat. I'm not going to spoil too much of what goes on here, and I think that if you've been following along with the text, you already know too much. So that's episode 2. Everything in the game is designed to be fun. And so every idea that I have that I put in here, the first thing I do is I put it into a separate level that's just that one game dynamic. For example, this is a combination of two things. Number 1, timed gates. See if we can get out of here. Yep. Ooh, oh boy. Okay, so they're going to chase me around a bit, I bet. Yeah, here they come. And I'm going to see if I can slip back in here. Please open, please open, please open, please open, please open, please open. Oh, they're not going to open in time. Please open. Ah, that did not open in time. Yeah. There I go. Can you bring my body back? No? You're just going to take off with it? You're out of here. Okay. So, the time to gate things, I'm not so sure if that's so much fun. I might play around with that idea a little bit before I actually put it in the game. And here's another thing. This was just a test. You remember the game Descent. I was trying to figure out if underwater mazes were any fun. And it turns out, no, they're not fun. They make you scared and creeped out and everything. So, no, we're not going to do... If I do an underwater maze game, maze level, it's going to be short. You're not going to be able to actually get lost in it. I built a really complicated maze and did it really late at night, and then tried to play it, and it just got freaky. So no, I don't think so. On the other hand, short little mazes are interesting, and you should be able to. It's a real 3D environment, so you should certainly be able to go underneath things and see how they're supported and see how they work and stuff. There shouldn't be any real sections of the game that are just completely off limits. On the other hand, oops, I'm out of here. Yeah. On the other hand, I want the game to be fun. I don't want the player to get stuck anywhere, so I have to be kind of careful about what I create in terms of a game that's playable. So, at any rate, that's kind of a brief overview of the game. Some gameplay footage there. I hope it's enough for you to go take a look at the darkreef.com. You can download a version for the Mac, PC, or Linux today. You can play the first level completely free, and if you want to play the other stuff, you either have to invest in Kickstarter or via PayPal. And every week we'll have new episodes coming out, and every month we'll have a new chapter come out, and the new chapter will change up the dynamic of the game, usually pretty considerably. The first big change in Chapter 2 is going to be a move to a first-person shooter style game. And in Chapter 3, it looks like we might be doing a real-time strategy game. I'm not sure. But every time it'll be the same environment, the same concept, the same world, and the same basic plot that is all being pulled together. And as we progress, it will probably end up being a mixture of different games, of different types of games, where you're able to move from first-person to our real-time strategy to third-person and who knows what from there. Inside the same game. That's ultimately what I'd kind of like to do. I'd just like to play around with this whole concept of what we consider a fun game these days. That's it. Please take a look at thedarkreef.com and visit us on Kickstarter, or drop us a note on Facebook, facebook.com/thedarkreef with a capital T. And that's it. Thank you very much.